You called about the noises in your walls, right?
Oh, no, not me.
You sure about that?
This week, I finally got to see Sting. No, not that Sting, but the new creature feature from director Kaya Roach Turner. So, what did I think? 12-year-old Charlotte lives in the dilapidated Brooklyn brownstone owned by her grandmother, with her overworked and struggling comic book artist stepfather Ethan, her mother Heather, and infant half-brother Liam. But during an ice storm, Charlotte, while exploring the building, discovers an unusual-looking spider and decides to keep it, naming it Sting. Not realizing Sting is actually an alien.
Hungry? Cool.
So when the trailers for this one came out, I looked at it and thought, this is going to be the arachnophobia for the 21st century. One of those fun family B-movies that Hollywood used to produce all the time, with good-humoured trailers that promised B-movie scares, but that all the family could still enjoy.
There may be some spiders around here that are very dangerous.
Dad, chill out.
Just run.
They spread out from a central nest in a web-like pattern and dominate the entire area. When that happens, this town is dead.
Better uncork my private stock.
Rock and roll!
Hollywood Pictures and Amblin Entertainment present Arachnophobia. 8 legs, 2 fangs, and an attitude.
So, it's surprising to say that Sting is both thematically far more mature and far more disturbing than the trailers promised. The last time I think I saw anything like this was possibly 2022's The Black Phone. Writer-director Kaya Roach Turner brings us a work that at times feels more like something a young Spielberg would have done. Yes, there's a creepiness, this is a horror film, but the film also is dealing with family breakdowns, abandonment by parents, and blended families. All the while referencing films from Predator to Critters to The Terminator. But Turner's choices as both a writer and a director leads to a certain imbalance in the film that it never really recovers from. Take the characters. Alyla Browne is brilliant as Charlotte, a typical preteen brat. She sees stepfather Ethan, as played by Ryan Coore, as her hero, and she does love him, but she still takes him for granted. In fact, Charlotte is meant to be the lead character, but Ethan appears to be the heart and the moral soul of the entire film. He is an everyman, trying to do the decent thing for his family, as he is constantly downtrodden in life, yet he is treated by everyone in the building, and his own wife and children, as dirt. Speaking of Spielbergian moments, at one point, having had enough, Ethan decides to tell Charlotte the truth about her wonderful father, who actually deserted the family years earlier. Yet he is the one who's treated as the villain at the end of the scene. This is not the way you write characters if you want to have your audience relate to them. In fact, at one point, my wife leaned over and whispered to me, "No wonder her father got out." Then there is the way Turner uses a character suffering from dementia in the film. There is a genuine moment of heartbreak which shows what dementia does not only to those suffering, but to those caring for them. This is a genuinely moving moment. However, Turner then decides to use that dementia as a plot point. And not only as a plot point, but as a comedic one, providing comedy relief, which feels not only misjudged, but mean-spirited. Now, I'm not saying that this makes Sting a bad film, because it's not. But they are missteps that prevent this from being a classic. When it comes to the horror aspect of the story, it does work. Creature effects are excellent with the direction, cinematography, sound, even set design, all helping to add to a growing sense of unease and impending danger. The supporting cast play their parts well, although their characters are so cliched and predictable, they could have walked off the set of any B-movie from the last 40 years. This, I suspect, was the director's intention, but it just leaves the audience guessing when and how they will die. Now, some of the kills are outstanding. One in particular is so nasty, you should not watch if you suffer from arachnophobia, while the film even manages to turn one or two cliches on their head by the end. That clever use of cliche always gives you a sense that you have seen this film somewhere before, and the last time you saw it, it was far better than this.
Hey,
Order! Order! Order!
Sting isn't a bad movie. It's funny, at times. I forgot to cover the fact of the Charlotte's Web pun. Get it? Her name is Charlotte. And it is violent, like so many of the B-movies of the 80s it's trying to emulate. Is it worth a watch in the cinema? I would give it a cautious yes. It's entertaining enough while it's on, and there's enough in it to have you discussing it with friends and partners on the way home. But does it truly draw you into its web? Well, no, not really. It isn't substantial enough to truly stand out from the herd of B-movies it's trying to emulate, and in a year or less, it will join that herd as just another B-movie.
Please, sir, I want some more. More? All right, stop it. Stop it right there. Go on, fill up the bowl.
And if you like this episode of So What Did I Think and want to see more, please click like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Thanks for watching.